Man, that flashback of how the class rep got beheaded was brutal. Dunking her into a basketball goal. Man, yo, what's up, y'all? We back at it with some more Dandadan Chapter 184. And we got it where the class rep was beheaded, man. That's where the last chapter left off. They had myself and a lot of people saying like, yo, the Dandadan crew has finally took their first L. We've lost somebody. And, you know, I seen a couple people upset. Like, yo, they don't want her to be the one who got taken out first. For me, I mean, I ain't the biggest class rep fan. You know, she's okay. But, you know, I wasn't like, oh man, not her. You know, I would have probably did that if another character got taken out. But yeah, I'm surprised a lot of people really rock with the class rep like that, because you don't see her too much or too often in the story. Like, she's here, there, and then. But I'm just really surprised at how many people that didn't want her to be taken out. Less surprising is how many people wanted Kenta to be taken out. Like, yo, the dude's cool, man. Why y'all want to take out Kenta? But yeah, we have that happen at the end of the last chapter and the beginning of this chapter. Also, I completely forgot what the class rep slash Rin, I completely forgot what her power was when she transformed. The fact that she can control gravity. So pretty much she's like Lucifero from from Black Clover. Now, if she mastered this power and use it the right way, man, she could be a problem. But I do feel like she may be one of those characters who lose their ability. Between her and Kenta, I feel like those are the two characters that may lose their powers, because we know the Saint guy is going around trying to acquire the powers of the Dandadan crew. So I feel like they may be the two characters that lose their power. Between one of them, you know, he might lose his nanotech. She might lose that little turtle friend of hers. It's between the two of them. That's just my thought on it. You guys can let me know who do you think is going to lose their power. Maybe even Okarun, because he doesn't have power. So yeah, he might be the guy to be like, I surrender. And the guy gets nothing from him because Okarun has no powers at the moment. So it between those three characters. But Aira in this chapter, she did the damn thing. She went in. Granted, she took some damage, but she went in. And honestly, I'm waiting for the rest of the gang to hurry up and get Momo back to normal so they can return and help out as well. We don't know what they're up to right now. We just know they're going to a certain location because, you know, Seiko says this is an area where they can restore Momo back to her normal size. So hopefully they return at some point and we see Momo back to normal. That's what I really want the most. It's Momo back to normal and Okarun to get some powers back from Turbo Granny. That's what I'm really looking forward to. In fact, where's Turbo Granny? I feel like she's probably watching them from the shadows, not giving them ball because she don't want them to know how she feels about them. That's just my thoughts on what she's up to. But let's get into this chapter. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Greatly appreciate it. So the chapter starts off, you got the class rep, you know, her head is floating in the air. You got her little spirit friend that's next to her crying in tears. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a devastating scene right here. The head floating in the air is just crazy. You got it with Aira, she's upset. She's looking at her. She uses her hair to grab the head of the class rep and bring it to her. Now, I know they're friends and everything, but I don't know. I don't know if I could have did that. Me seeing the head flow, I'm just like, yo, damn, they got her, yo. But like me to go grab the head, like it would have to be like a cherished family member where I can do something like that. And because I feel like mentally that should have just messed you up. So I don't think I would have grabbed the head. You guys let me know down below. Would you have grabbed the head, or would you have just let it remain floating while you try to get your revenge against the people who did this to him? That's just me. But you got it when she grabs the head. She's asking Spirit what happened to the class rep, and they said the class rep happened to go to, you know, the auditorium. These guys were in here. They grabbed her head and dunked her over the basketball ring, a hoop. And that panel looks so damn vicious. Just seeing that in general is just like, yeah, they killed her. That panel alone was just like, they killed her. Apparently these guys, you know, they stay in the PE room waiting for people to come in. If you come in, they're always searching for basketball or heads, so they're gonna grab either one. And you got to with Iris like, yo, we got to find out who's responsible about for this. And you have it where she even asks like, where's the other girl at? And the spirit doesn't really give a direct answer like where the other girl is. So I'm very curious about that too. Is this another part of her power, or is this someone else doing? I'm pretty sure it's someone else doing, and they probably got her as well. They probably got her labeled as a traitor, trying to turn over Saint, and she's probably being punished for it. But of course, you got it where these guys, basketball headless men, are throwing their heads at Aira, trying to connect, and they're throwing it with a lot of impact and with a lot of power. So if they hit her, they're going to do a lot of damage. But of course, we know she has the power of, Silky, and so she's able to dodge these moves quite easily. These heads quite easily. You got it where the class rep wakes up. I'm not going to lie, that shit probably would have scared the hell out of me. It scared the hell out of Aira. Aira like, yo, what the hell? And you got it where the class rep is constantly losing energy, her like spirit energy from the bottom, from her neck, from her head. So it's like pouring out. You have it where her spirit tells her, her spirit friend tells her like, yo, right now her body is between, her body and head is between the living and the dead. So if we don't connect her head back to her body, her spirit will constantly flow out of her head to the point where she will die and not be able to return back. So you got it where Ira's trying to figure this out, like how to restore her, but at the same time she's dodging the heads of these basketball players. And then one of the attacks, one of the heads managed to hit her in the back, and it looked like it did some serious ass damage. Like her whole back looked like it's been burnt to a crisp. She falls on the ground. You can see that she's in pain. She's still transformed, so I don't believe she's completely out of it. And then you have it where one of these headless men grab her by the head and start dribbling at her. The fact that she's able to remain conscious after being dribbled like that, I mean, her head is literally bouncing back up to this guy's hand like a basketball. So that means he's throwing her head down hard as hell if it's bouncing back up to him. Then he goes to dunk her head, and then that's when Ira thinks of a way to save the class rep. So she takes her hair and uses it to take the head of the class rep and dunk it the opposite way of the basketball hoop. And once she does that, it happens where the class rep returns back to normal. Next thing you know, the class rep and her spirit transform, and she goes into her like turtle music performer form, and she starts singing, and everyone starts floating. Now I'm not gonna lie, her outfit for this transformation is wow. Like I can't remember, like, is this how it looked the last time? I don't recall it looking like, maybe it did, but you got it where Ira's pretty much seeing it for the very first time, and she's saying like, yo, what's up with that outfit? Like, yo, dog, you're not embarrassed to be wearing something like that? And you got the class rep saying like, yo, please stop, don't talk about it. I know how I look. And then, you got it where her spirit is just excited. She's happy that, she's using her powers, and she's like, yo, when she transforms, she can control gravity. And you see all of the heads fall to the ground, and then next thing you know, you got all of the people pretty much floating to the air, and then they go to attack by throwing heads at the class rep. And you got the class rep telling Ira to stand behind her, and she will defend her from their attacks. Of course, Ira, we all know how she is. She's like, don't be ridiculous. Like, yo, I'm the leader here, aren't I? She always sees herself as the leader, and you got them standing side by side at the end of the chapter. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this pose look amazing with both of them standing side by side, and I was gonna make this the thumbnail for the chapter, but I felt like if I would have chose it as the thumbnail, it would have spoiled the chapter for those who haven't read it yet. So hopefully you guys rock with what we got so far. But let me know your thoughts on this chapter. How do you feel about Aira? How do you feel about the class rep stepping up and using her power once again? I want to say the last time we seen her use her power was when they escaped that little game, that board game. I think that's the last time we seen her use her power. I could be wrong, but I want to say that's the last time. And now that I think about it, I think that was the first time she used it as well. But let me know your thoughts on this chapter as a whole. And if you liked the video, thumb it up, please subscribe, hit that bell for all notifications, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.